Ladies and gentlemen, gather round and let your hearts swell with pride. For today, we celebrate a moment that echoes through the halls of women's basketball, a moment where loyalty meets legacy, and where a young leader rises to honor not just her name, but the names of those who fight beside her on the hardwood night after night. This is not merely a story about basketball. No, it is a story of connection, of chemistry, of a bond forged under the spotlight, in front of roaring fans, and in the quiet grind of practice courts. And at the center of it all stands Caitlin Clark, a name that already needs no introduction, but continues to redefine what it means to lead, to elevate, and to inspire. For the 2025 WNBA All-Star Game, the headlines will scream her name, as they so often do. But this time, Caitlin Clark has made it clear, she is not stepping into the limelight alone. She's bringing Indiana with her. She's bringing her family. She's bringing the fever. The fans gathered inside the practice gym may have sensed it, but it wasn't just another media event. This was a declaration. An open practice turned into a preview of the loyalty that Clark holds deep within her chest, a preview of what was to come in the All-Star draft. With a grin and a hint of cheeky foreshadowing, Clark told the crowd, "There's a high chance Kelsey Mitchell and Aliyah Boston will be on my team." And when the lights came on and the cameras rolled for the All-Star Game draft, she made good on her promise. She didn't hesitate. With the very first pick, Caitlin Clark called out a name that needs no second thought in Indiana, Aliyah Boston. "I know this is going to be super surprising for everyone watching," she joked, her voice brimming with affection and pride. But to those who know the fever, to those who've watched them battle, there was no surprise. There was only affirmation. Boston, the heartbeat of the Fever's interior game. The bruising forward with the softest touch, who has anchored Indiana with grace and ferocity. A teammate, a friend, a fellow warrior. She was never going to be left behind. Then, with the 10th pick, Clark did it again. She called the name of Kelsey Mitchell, the sharpshooter, the veteran presence, the silent assassin who has worn the Fever jersey with unwavering resolve. Another sister in arms. Another piece of the family. And just like that, the All-Star Game was no longer just about individual greatness. It was about unity, about representation, about the Fever, rising, not just in standings, but in stature. Indiana now stands tied with the Seattle Storm for the most players in this year's showcase. That's not luck. That's growth. That's evolution. That's earned. This is not the first time the Fever have sent a trio to the All-Star Game. But what makes this moment different, what makes it historic, is that it is happening right at home. Gainbridge Fieldhouse, the sacred court of the Indiana Fever, will host the 2025 WNBA All-Star Game on July 19. And in front of their own fans, their own families, and their own faithful, Clark, Boston, and Mitchell will don the All-Star jerseys as one. Can you imagine the roar? The volume when the PA system announces the hometown heroes. When Clark walks out first to the eruption of applause. When Boston and Mitchell follow, shoulder to shoulder with her. This is more than sport. This is Indiana's moment. It's poetic, really. Caitlin Clark, in her first ever appearance as an All-Star captain, is already rewriting what leadership looks like. It's not just about points and assists. It's about recognizing the shoulders you stand on. About acknowledging the teammates who give you the space to shine. And in return, Clark is lifting them up on the grandest stage of the regular season. Not just with words, not just with smiles, but with action, with picks, with power. She chose them, and in doing so, she chose the soul of Indiana. The Fever organization must be beaming. From the front office to the last row of season ticket holders, there is pride spilling from every crack of the fieldhouse. Because this is what rebuilding a dynasty looks like. This is what belief looks like when it takes root. You don't just draft Caitlin Clark to sell tickets. You draft her to change a culture. And she is doing exactly that. Her selection of Boston and Mitchell wasn't just friendly. It was strategic. It was bold. It was a statement that says, we are coming, and we are coming together. She could have chosen anyone. The WNBA is filled with generational talents, superstars who deserve every accolade they receive. But in that moment, with the 1st and 10th picks, Clark looked inward. She looked at the locker room she knows. She looked at the women who trust her. And she honored them. The beauty of this All-Star Game isn't just in the star-studded rosters. It's in the heartbeat of Indiana. It's in the story of a trio that's still rising, still building, and now sharing a stage designed for the best of the best. This All-Star Game will be more than just a spectacle. It will be a homecoming. It will be a celebration. It will be a loud, proud affirmation that the Indiana Fever are no longer in the shadows of this league. They are in its spotlight. And as the cameras pan the court, and the crowd lifts its voice, it won't just be Caitlin Clark who hears her name chanted. It will be Boston. It will be Mitchell. It will be Indiana. The city will feel it. The fans will live it. And the league, the entire WNBA, will witness the bond of a team refusing to let stardom overshadow solidarity. Because Caitlin Clark, even in her meteoric rise, never forgot where she came from. Never forgot who's with her in the trenches. Never forgot who makes the Fever burn. So let July 19th come. Let the lights blaze across Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Let the fans flood the gates. Let the jerseys fly off the shelves. Because the WNBA All-Star Game isn't just rolling into Indiana. It is Indiana. It is Clark. It is Boston. It is Mitchell. It is the Fever, together, rising. And for one magical night, the world will watch them shine.